What is up, YouTube? Rybread here, bringing you a brand new video. It's been a little while, so I wanted to kind of reintroduce myself, but also lay out my goals for this channel, because it may seem like the content is a little all over the place. I am Caleb. I am a 30-year-old trans guy from the Pacific Northwest. I'm not currently on hormones, but I was for about a year. And then I stopped, and now I'm waiting to go back on once everything with COVID kind of settles down a little bit more. Specifically, I identify as non-binary transmasculine, and I exclusively use he/him pronouns. I identify as graysexual panromantic, which graysexual for me means that I can develop sexual attraction under very specific circumstances or very, very rarely. And panromantic means that gender doesn't really play a role in whether I'm romantically attracted to somebody or not, although I tend to prefer femme-identified or androgynous-identified people. And at the time of recording, and hopefully at posting, because it will be a very short period of time between, I am in a relationship and have been in a relationship for 6 months with an amazing, smart, funny, gorgeous, sweet girl who is also asexual and was kind of the person who made me realize that I was ace myself. I suffer from depression and anxiety. I'm going through therapy, not for the first time, but I'm on meds for the first time, and it feels like my depression and anxiety is a lot more in control than it has been in a long time. I have 3 separate but still kind of intertwined goals for this channel. The first and the foremost is just to inform. I want to be a trusted, reliable resource of information. I want to also bring interesting information to you guys too. So I plan on doing this by talking about trans issues, talking about trans people in history, and I plan on reviewing pieces of media that have trans or queer representation in them as well, because I think it's important to know what's out there and the pros and cons of them. Some of the reviews may be more scathing than others. I have 3 pieces of media that I plan on reviewing in my mind right now. One of them is not going to be a nice review, but I think it's important to basically lay out what I consider to be the good parts and the bad parts of these pieces of media, and just kind of let you hear about what happens in these pieces of media and kind of come to your own judgment, or let you decide whether to watch them or not. Information that will be in these reviews will be things like trigger warnings and things of that nature, just kind of to let you know what you're going into if you decide to watch it for yourself. The second goal that I have for this channel is to start what I consider to be difficult conversations. I will try to broach the topics as neutrally as possible at first, eventually giving my opinion if I think it's something that I could/should have an opinion on. I just feel like there's some topics that are worthy of respectful discourse. I will always try to approach these topics as respectfully as possible, because it's never my intent to hurt people or invalidate their feelings or their identities or things like that. These will never be topics like, are non-binary people real? Are non-binary people real? It'll be things like talking about detransitioning, or transmedicalism, or things of that nature. Just hard conversations to have, or topics that I don't think are talked about enough in the trans community, you know? And the third and final goal is just to be a trans face for representation. And that's why I want to do more than just trans-related videos. That's why I want to talk about my faith more often. That's why I want to do Let's Play videos. That's why I want to show as many different facets of myself as possible, just to be a trans personality out there, to show that we are diverse and every trans individual is unique. And I just want to show how different our identities are, how different our interests are, how different we are. And that's why things like, you know, people who say that they don't date trans people are assholes, because no two trans people are the exact same. No two trans experiences are the exact same. You cannot say that you would not date every single trans person, because that's just bullshit. So, anyway, this is just a reintroduction myself to you guys, kind of digging deeper into who I am as a person and just saying, I'm not going anywhere. Depression has made it really hard to make videos, especially because of how hard sometimes depression makes it to take care of myself. But being medicated, going to therapy, it's going to make it a lot easier to do the things that I want to do with my time. I want to share with you guys the many facets of myself. I think a problem with my channel was that I felt like I was, I don't know, running out of ideas. But if I do Let's Play videos, if I talk about my faith, if I have more people on my channel, if I talk about other things, I'll have more content to make, and I'll be able to consistently put myself out there for you guys, and that's what I want to do. Running this channel, it makes me really happy. Talking to you guys, it makes me really happy. And I missed you, and I'm glad I'm back, and I really hope I can keep this up. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!